Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Talk Shit Radio. This morning we are, we are in the studio with Joseph.
Yes.
And Hayden.
How you guys doing?
Paulie got sick as a dog. And Tia is MIA. So
Tia is Mia.
Tia is Mia. Excuse me. First thing I'm going to start the show out with is an announcement that come 8 o'clock this morning, we're going to have our guest call us. His name is...
Voiceover guy.
Yeah, comedian Philip Galinsky. He's done some work as far as voiceover. He's worked as, for those of you who have played the game Grand Theft Auto, apparently he was the kid that got kidnapped. Hayden, you said you were playing the game now?
I was just playing it last night.
Yeah. Did you get to that part yet? Did we hear Philip?
Heard him a couple times. I mean, he's scattered through the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's scattered all
Oh, so the game is kind of based around it?
I don't know.
Like
No,
plot-wise, story-wise?
I have no idea.
He's in the main plot of it. He's Michael's son, which is one of the main characters.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
He's also in New York. He also has this a boot camp for reality TV stars. So if you want to be a reality TV star, you would go to his boot camp and learn how to try out for them and things like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Did you watch the clip? I mean, you can't hear it obviously because we have no audio hooked up over there.
So
but
I didn't click it. I'm sorry.
That's all right. We'll go into this one blind. I don't mind. He's a comedian, man. He should have us laughing our asses off. At least I'm hoping for a good laugh this morning. TGIF, everyone. Thank God it's Friday.
It's Friday?
Yeah, it is Friday.
Oh, thank God.
I want to thank everyone right off the bat. First thing this morning, for those of you who have tuned in, chimed in, ringed in, called in, all that kind of happy horse shit. Listen, Talk Shit Radio is not going to work without you guys, so keep it up, share us, tell your friends, and keep the content coming. You guys, listen, the show is for you guys. We're here to entertain you, and you'll have to excuse me. For some reason, my sinuses are so screwed up this morning. Everybody's feeling like shit this morning. Paulie's home sick. That's where he was yesterday, and he was to the point where he couldn't even call me. All right, so Mechanic Mike, if you're out there listening to Mechanic Mike and your son, I see that you're online. If you're listening, we're going to get those crank calls from Brooksville Bob up here in a little bit. So apparently Bob came to me yesterday. He came to the studio after everybody left. And he says, Lou, I want to be a little more active in the show, and I want to do more. And I'm like, well, Bob, first of all, you're going to have to get along with Paulie. And then second of all, you're going to have to talk about shit that actually has some meaning to it. And, you know what I mean? Some content. So that's where we're at with that. So Bob, he went into the studio, and he did a couple crank calls. So we're going to get those up here this morning. I want to start off. I guess we'll start right off in the local news. What do you guys think?
Yeah, because I need a minute.
Yeah, Joseph says, yeah, because I need a minute. All right, so Brooksville news, local on the real local end where the studio is. We have Brooksville law enforcement are at the scene of Highway 50 and Main Street directing traffic. 1,300 people without power. This was last night, about 8:26 p.m. So then near $500,000 bond for captured most wanted suspect. So it looks like here in Hernando County we had a most wanted suspect. Delaine, Delaine is the name of this gentleman. And this story comes from Tom Lemon's Real News Real Fast. It says, earlier today, a woman contacted authorities claiming she witnessed one of Hernando County's most wanted traveling on Broad Street. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys. Alright, sorry. You should have seen the look that Hayden and Joseph just gave me when I started singing, folks.
It wasn't the singing.
No, it wasn't the singing?
It was the dancing. It was the chair dancing.
Oh, so the singing was alright?
Listen.
Didn't say that.
Just some things are more disturbing.
Yeah, so you're going to hear a moment of silence because everybody's got their face in a cup of coffee this morning, folks.
I ran out.
Dripping it everywhere.
I got like one cold sip left.
One cold sip. That's always the worst sip of cup of coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The worst sip of cup of coffee.
Out there in Tampa, your weather is looking about 74 degrees with a 10% chance of rain.
Get into that mic a little more, bro.
The humidity is 89%. The high today is going to be 95. The low is going to be 77.
And that's our local weather.
That's local, yeah.
Okay.
Pennsylvania's at 83. That's the high. Sunny day. Milwaukee, that's 80 degrees, mostly sunny. Macon, Georgia's got some bad weather.
Macon's looking bad right now.
94 degrees and thunderstorms.
Oh.
Vegas is even worse.
Really? I didn't even pull any of that up, guys. I'll be honest with you.
That's what I was doing. I was like, I need a minute.
Yeah, that's
101 degrees and sunny.
Ouch.
Does sunny even describe how bright and hot
Have you ever
it's
been
gonna
out
be?
west,
Like,
bro? Have you ever been out there?
No.
You've never been out there.
I've
So
opened
you know
my oven before.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hayden, I know you've been out there. You lived out there. Yeah. 100 degrees. Hayden, explain 100 degrees out west as opposed to 100 degrees here in Florida.
I heard it's not even remotely as bad.
It's brutal, dude.
I heard it's our 100 degrees.
Our
Kicks
100
their
degrees. Go ahead, Hayden. Go ahead. I gotta get a cigarette anyway. I'll be right back, guys.
Our 100 degrees has that humidity behind it, so I mean, you feel it, you get all sticky. Out there, it's 100 degrees. The sun just seems like it's right above you, and it just kind of kicks down on you, man. At first you don't feel it, and then it starts to set in right at the last minute. It's screwed up.
Oh, it's like a creeper, and then you're like delirious and.
It's the dry heat. It'll get to you before you realize it. Out here, you can feel it coming.
You ask Felicia and Angela. I took them out on the road with me when they were kids, and I was driving a truck. And they had always heard those stories about frying an egg on the pavement and all of that stuff. Well, we had found this piece of metal, and I think she told you about this once before. We probably told you about this. We found this piece of metal in the hotel parking lot where we were staying. I laid it out in the sun. We went and played in the pool for a little while. Came out that afternoon. I cracked an egg on it. Bang! Sunny side up within 3 minutes.
Yeah.
The sun beats down on you. That's right there.
Yeah, I think it's that hot here.
No.
I get it. I haven't been there.
You can't get first-degree burns off your windshield here. You can out there. You drive through the desert and you head into Yuma, cross I-10. You touch your windshield, it'll burn you. That's how hot it is. You stop your car for more than 5 minutes and leave it running. I don't care what car it is, it's overheated. It's bad.
You could imagine that I drove through Phoenix midsummer with no air conditioning.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was fun.
Wow. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, no, I couldn't imagine that. I mean, I've unloaded cars because that's what I did. I was an auto transporter for many years. And yeah, unloading cars in that heat is brutal, man. I've almost passed out a few times. All right, so what else we got in the local news? There's really woman arrested 8 times for battery. Yesterday makes 9, which is August 7th. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly, and I hate to beat the man to death with his own site because he does rather well for himself. Looking at the site, it's a great site. I've talked to the people who built this site, and I'm talking about real news real fast. I know you're not,
Listening?
Yeah. No, I know you're not too keen on Tom.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah.
I've been in his news.
You've been in some of his stories.
Yeah.
I was in one of his stories, and I have to say, Tom was a real gentleman about the way that he posted the story about the situation that happened to me. He was a real gentleman. I guess the fact that I called him up and said, dude, I hope I don't see nothing stupid, in the newspaper.
Or my friends.
Well, no, I asked them.
nothing
I
stupid.
asked them to keep it out of the news, and I'll be honest with you. You know, it was all over all the other news channels. His viewers, his fans were saying, "Yo, where's this story?" So he, like a gentleman in very gentleman fashion, told me, "Lou, I have to run the story." And I asked him. I said, "Just go easy," and he did. He did really good. And I gotta, even though I don't agree with certain things, and even though I'm constantly jumping on Tom about not being a real journalist and this being a glorified blog, well, I gotta say he's doing better than we are. So if you look at it, I mean, he gets like $55 a month for all of these ads on his website, and there's quite a few ads up here.
Right.
So
right.
yeah, so he's doing better than we are.
But he's like a Poindexter. Like, to me, when
Tom is actually an ex-rock and roller, bro. He used to be in a band. He used to have long hair.
Sure.
He used to...
But now...
Yeah, well...
I'm sorry, now. People change.
He's nothing like
Let's
that
call
now.
it maturing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's nothing like that now. Tom's good people, though. I've been out there. I've chased some news stories with him. Tom and I were actually on a story where...
he works with the police. You should call him Uncle Tom. Like
Uncle Tom. Uh-oh. We were on a story off of Landover, I guess, last year sometime together. Guy decided that he woke up in the morning, didn't like his neighbor anymore, went over, knocked on the door, shot him 3 times in the stomach, then went back to his house like nothing was going on. So we rolled up to the place, and of course, we had all of our cameras and everything ready, and we had the police scanner so we can hear where they are, and we heard, shots fired, hostile situation underway. We haul ass. We get there before it really starts going down. So we see, an ambulance at one house and a few cops at another, and they're really not paying attention to the house where the guy is with the gun.
What road was this?
Off of Landover.
Okay.
It's up by Siam, Landover and Siam area. Okay. It's that 2-story house, and I'll actually drive you by it. It's still vacant. Windows are all blown out from them throwing flash grenades in it and shit. I'll show you the rock that I hid behind to dodge bullets. The rock, yes. So we pull up in front, and like I said, all the ambulance and everything's next door, so we don't know what the hell's going on, and we start rolling. Next thing you know, the cops turn to the house that we're parked right in front of. I mean, like right out there, and there's dude inside with a gun, so they tell us to take cover.
That's hilarious.
The first thing I see...
You think it's down the block because...
That's exactly what it was,
cops
bro.
are here,
yes.
ambulance is over here.
It's right in front of us.
So you park out of the way.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you just pull the...
We are in the middle of it.
their entry point.
Well, here's the worst part about it, all right, is once it's all said and done, once we've established that there's a hostile situation going on in the house right in front of us, and we take cover, now our car...
is like the barricade.
Is right in the middle
the cops are
of everything. They were, bro. I had my cameras in it. I had all my stuff in there. I grabbed my still camera. Right? Hey, hold on a minute here. I grabbed my still camera.
Press is not free. I pay for these cameras.
Yeah, right? You guys think free press is free, but it ain't for us. I grabbed my cameras. I left my video camera in the car, so I don't have a video camera. I just have a still camera. So now I'm screwed. I'm not shooting any video. The car is now parked in the middle of an active...
shootout.
Ongoing scene. Yeah. So we're done. We want to get the hell out of here and post our story,
and they won't
but
let
we
you
can't.
Take your car. It's happened to me before too.
Yeah, we go up to the sheriff, and we apologize to Sheriff Ninas and everything like that, and we'll see him about a week later, 2 weeks later, and he's like, "Hey, Lou, a person's name who I won't mention. Where'd you guys park?" That was the big joke for the longest time. They'd see us come up on a news thing, and they'd look around. And we'd be like, "Hello, we're right here." They go, "No, we're just trying to see where he parked." Yeah, we were bad like that. And the kid that I was running with, he was real timid, and he wasn't used to the ways that I did things. And the way I did things is if you didn't put up that yellow tape, the police line, I'd run right up to the front door because my boundaries, balls. Right? Exactly. Yeah. I'm lifting the balls. I'm a ball lifter, right?
Shot, money shot, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, when you don't establish any boundaries with me, I'm crossing them. I'm crossing them all, you know what I'm saying? Everything. Even my wife will tell you that. You have to establish boundaries with me, otherwise...
Do you think lifting the balls on, police situations could give the...
when we're referring to... Joe, first of all,
lifting.
Explain to them what you mean by lifting the balls. Being aggressive, I guess.
Yeah. That's it. I just mean being all in their face. Do you think it affects their, like the cops trying to be the man?
Yeah.
You know? Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
in all senses of the
Oh, they
word,
don't-
he's got to own the situation.
Right.
And here you are with the right